Hello, I am Nicole Chapman. I am 36 years old. I was diagnosed with Stevens-Johnson syndrome in September of 1993 at the age of 6. When my parents took me to the doctor, I was misdiagnosed. They said I had the measles. They told my parents to watch my temp and keep me on Tylenol for my fever. It was about 3 days later, I woke up one morning and was unable to open my eyes due to the fact of them being swollen shut. My body had blisters all over. My parents took me to the emergency room and they admitted me. I spent 2 days at the local hospital in Klamath Falls, Oregon. I was then life flighted to Portland, Oregon to the burn unit, where I spent the next 21 days. The doctors had to surgically remove my top layer of skin due to the fact of being blistered so bad. Then they wrapped my body in pigskin for protection. When my new skin began to grow back, the pig skin would slough off. This was painful due to the fact that the nerve endings was being hit by air. So after a couple days of trying to figure out how to keep me comfortable through this one step, one of the nurses that was taking care of me came up with the idea of rubbing my body down with shortening. It covered the nerve endings and relieved the pain, and I was able to get some much needed rest. So was my mom. They never figured out what caused my case of SJS. The doctors told my parents it's most likely a sulfur drug. They asked my parents what I had eaten in the last month and what cleaners the schools has used. Since coming down with SJS/TENS, I've had numerous other problems, such as fingernails, they do not grow correctly, and to this day they still crack and split, sometimes being very painful. The treatment that the doctors have recommended have not helped. About 1996, they put glass tubes in my tear ducts. I have had a lot of eye surgeries. I had the bottom eyelashes frozen due to the fact of eyelashes growing into the eyes. I'm so lucky to have the same eye doctor today that was called into the ER 30 years ago when I was first diagnosed. I have since been diagnosed with dry eye and used eye drops multiple times. My ears also suffered a lot of damage. I have had a lot of joint problems since SJS, along with a lot of different diagnoses throughout the years. No answers is what has caused it all, other than that the SJS probably contributed to it. My parents have done everything possible to help me through my bad days. Dad has become the king of back rubs. My parents have upgraded the house to fit my needs, such as hot tub, making sure there's always heating pads. Due to the lack of strength in my hands, they also have to help me brush my hair along with every other day tasks. In 2012, I was diagnosed with tachycardia and put on medication. It's nothing for my heart rate to be from 115 to 150. We weren't too sure how long this had been going on, but went to the ER for some other things and found this out and was told to keep track of heart rate at home. A short time later, a cardiologist put me on heart pills. Also, when I had a visit with a new allergist and showed my SJS photos, he said my case was TENS, not SJS. I have a horrible time with allergies. January of 2014, I was taken to the ER and ended up having my gallbladder removed. Talking to other SJS patients, a lot of us have had it removed at a young age. This has left me more sensitive to what I can eat. I was never able to handle spicy foods due to the damage of my taste buds. Then with gallbladder removal, if I eat greasy foods, bacon, tomato sauce, french fries, and fast food, I end up with major tummy issues. During this visit, a nurse who was younger told me that she was told in nursing school that she would never see anybody with SJS. March of 2016, I had a sore throat. The next day, it wasn't any better. I made an appointment with my doctor, but couldn't get in until the next Monday. Thursday, the next day, it was getting worse, so I went to the ER. By this time, my face had a rash. There was blisters in my mouth, and I could hardly eat or swallow. After numerous tests, the ER doctor said it looked like another SJS case. He informed me he was going to consult with a doctor in Portland. Then after that, he would be able to decide if I'd be admitted here or flown to Portland. He came back in and said the doctor on the phone didn't think it was SJS. I was then admitted to the local hospital. The things I was diagnosed with on my discharge paper was HSV, microplasia, or SLE. While admitted for the 3 days, I was told it could be the flu or hands, foot, and mouth, which there is no rash or blisters on the hands or feet. I was discharged after 3 days. After talking to my regular doctor and dermatologist, they said it could have been SJS again. I had my prior SJS pictures with me. They kept sending nurses and doctors in just to view my prior pictures because they had never seen a case of Stevens-Johnson syndrome. In 2011, with some friends, we started doing a yearly card show to raise awareness and funds for Stevens-Johnson syndrome. In April of 2017, we formed SJS Awareness Oregon. We hand out a lot of SJS fact sheets each year. We have also donated many kids' toys, books, and games to the local hospital. I have also sent care packages to other hospitals around the country for things for the kids. I am very thankful to the amazing board members and an amazing community to support me in spreading SJS awareness. I have been lucky to meet quite a few survivors in person. Comparing stories has been very healing. I was very lucky to meet Louis Shanks in May of 2023. Spending 4 days with him was truly amazing. We both had SJS at 6 and both an unknown cause. We could have spent many more hours listening to each other's stories and asking each other questions than both of us spreading awareness for a terrifying disease. We had the opportunity to go to Crater Lake together. To hear Luis's accomplishment in life after surviving a rare disease is absolutely amazing. I will treasure these memories we have made in the 4 days and hope to get the opportunity to meet up again. 2023 marks 30 years since I have been diagnosed. I would like to give a huge thank you to my parents for sticking at my side through all the doctor's visits, surgeries, ER visits, surgeries, the long nights I have. Without them, I wouldn't be where I am today. I am thankful to everyone that spreads SJS awareness. I am very thankful for this opportunity to spread Stevens-Johnson syndrome awareness.